Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Katie and we are continuing on with 3 more prompts from Inktober. If you're new here or just picking up Inktober yourselves, I'll leave a link to the playlist on the end card of this video so you can catch up with all the others. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? So the first prompt is watch, and I'd gone through quite a few ideas in my head as to what to draw. I'd even sketched one out and I thought I can do better than that. I was going to do a character watching her clock, and it's kind of watching her watch, and I thought that would be quite witty, but actually when it came to executing it, it just looked it was somewhat lacking, and I thought I can do better than that. I do believe the past 2 Inktobers that I've done, I've always incorporated my beloved dog Chester in there, so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. He does like to sit and watch a bit of TV, or at least I'd like to think he does, and at the moment, because it's fall, there are squirrels everywhere. Luckily for us, we haven't had any in the garden yet. I can't say it will be the same next year, but this year we are squirrel free. However, every single walk at the moment, if he's been somewhere before and he's seen a squirrel there, and we go on a separate day, he has to check that there's a squirrel there. And when he sees one, that's it. He's not this lovely walking to heel dog. He's like this hunter and he has to chase after this squirrel. But I can imagine a lot of you who are dog owners can relate to this, unless you've got a very good dog who's just not bothered by it. But anyway, back to the drawing. I thought I would have my beloved Pooch sitting watching squirrels on TV and living his best life. The mediums I've used are the Pentel black ink brush pen, which I absolutely love. I also wanted to keep it monochrome and just added tone in there with a Karen marker. The next prompt is pressure, and yeah, I struggled with this one, and the only thing I could think of is somebody squeezing a squishy, because obviously if you squeeze something, you're applying pressure. So yes, I suppose without this video, this picture wouldn't really mean much, but hey, I'm doing it on my channel, I get to tell you why, and it all justifies, right? What did you guys draw for this particular prompt? Or if you haven't participated, what would you have drawn? I was thinking perhaps drawing a soda bottle on the verge of erupting, but I just didn't fancy doing that. And to be quite honest, I couldn't think of anything else to do for pressure, so this is what we've got. But remember, I'm only spending about 15 minutes max on each drawing, so it's what we've got. However, just to add, because I'm only spending a short time on each piece, it does mean I am doing other bits and bobs. So I have a Beyond the Box from August that I really want to show you guys, and I think I might pop that up maybe after this video or the video after. And I've also got 2 Beyond the Box videos for Upcrate and for Scrollbox from September, and I really enjoyed doing what I did for that, so I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. I'm using a combination of water-soluble inks on this, and some of them are Graphmaster. A lot of what I received in the first ever Upcrate I still use now, they're hanging on well. Some of them are beginning to sort of dry up or run out, which is to be expected after 2 years. However, I thought this warm red colour would be perfect for a squishy. I used a Faber-Castell Albert Druer watercolour pen for the fins. And to add a little bit of additional detail, I used another water-soluble pen and then one of those strange Lego kind of pens as well, which are very nice, but they're not very comfortable to hold. I just threw a little bit of water on the hand area, and obviously you would have seen me do that on the background too. And there we have it, we pretty much have pressure, all done. For the third and final prompt on today's video, it is pick. And again, this is another one where I was racking my brain as to what to draw for it. I thought I'd go for the choice option with pick rather than an actual pick. And the thing is, choice is a wonderful thing unless you've got too much of it. And yes, I had a plethora of ideas for this. I was going to draw my favourite cakes or confectionaries and maybe a hand hovering over which one to pick. And then I realised we were doing Inktober, and there are a plethora of different mediums, different ink-based mediums I could choose from, so why not actually just do an illustration of that? Using a black liner pen and this fantastic brush pen. I actually really need to do a video where I do a serious drawing. I have done them before, not on my channel, but I have done drawings with these pens before, and I could do them for hours. If I can think on at some point, I'll dig them out and pop them up on my Instagram. I did them quite a while ago, but I loved what I could do with them and how versatile these are. I'm mainly using them to cover large areas of the paper where it obviously needs to be black, and they're absolutely ideal for that, and they're not as streaky as using a fibre tip pen. I'd say the only drawback with using these, drawback, no pun intended, but the drawback mainly is it just takes a while to dry, and as well because they're cartridge based, I have to keep unravelling the pen to see how much ink's left in there, and the ink's quite thick and it coats the inside of the cartridge, so I can't always tell, and then all of a sudden it'll just run out. Which I suppose isn't terrible. I'd rather it just run out than it to slowly die, because then I can just change the cartridge. I think I'm waffling a little bit here as well. I wanted to add a splash of colour, so I used the Faber-Castell Pitt colour mark pens, and I just thought I haven't used these for a while and I liked the colours. Even though they are a little bit streaky, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just getting a bit of colour down and adding a little bit more interest to the piece. I also used a light blue one of these pens, and I think I got these back in a scroller box earlier this year. And of course I couldn't leave out that red colour as well. I thought that would be perfect for the handle of the brush. To add a little bit of metallic details on the ferrules of the brush and onto the fountain pen nib, I used gel pens, and I have a love-hate relationship with these. I think you can find a really good one and it's consistent and it's perfect, but it runs out really quickly because of that. Or you can get ones where they're a little bit scratchy, and I hate them so much. But I must admit, when you do find a good one, it's great. They're lovely to write in, they're lovely to draw with, and I like the consistencies of colours. I mean, I really do need to sort through my gel pens at the moment and filter out the scratchy ones. Can anyone remember in the late 90s, early noughties how everyone was obsessed with scented gel pens? Leave a comment below if you were one of those. Oh, and of course, if you're still a little bit obsessed with them, definitely comment below. It was time to just write ink on that bottle and we were done. So we have watch, we have pressure, and we have pick for today's prompts. Of course, let me know down below which your favourite one was, and as well what ideas you came up with for yours. I'm loving reading what you guys have written. I can't quite reply as much at the moment because of the workload I've got, but I am definitely reading and enjoying what you're putting there. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you click one of the ones on the box. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you lovely lot soon. Bye!